There comes a moment in every person's life when they stand at the crossroads of their own destiny. A moment when the weight of their past meets the uncertainty of their future, and they must decide whether to remain where they are or step boldly into the unknown. If you're listening to these words right now, you may be standing at such a crossroads. You may feel lost, confused, or even broken. But I want you to know something that might change everything. You are exactly where you need to be. Your story is not over. In fact, the most beautiful chapters haven't even been written yet. The pain you've endured, the struggles you faced, the nights you've cried yourself to sleep thinking that tomorrow would just bring more of the same, all of these experiences have been shaping you into someone capable of extraordinary things. You just haven't realized it yet. Think about a diamond for a moment. Before it becomes the precious stone that catches light and reflects beauty in every direction, it begins as simple carbon buried deep in the earth. For millions of years, it endures immense pressure and heat. The very conditions that could destroy other materials are precisely what transform carbon into something priceless. You, my friend, have been under pressure. You felt the heat of life's challenges, but instead of being destroyed, you're being transformed into something precious beyond measure. Every person who has ever achieved something meaningful has walked through seasons of doubt, fear, and uncertainty. They've questioned their abilities, wondered if they were on the right path, and sometimes even considered giving up entirely. What separated those who succeeded from those who didn't wasn't the absence of struggle, but their response to it. They chose to see their struggles not as evidence of their inadequacy, but as preparation for their destiny. Your current circumstances are not your final destination. They are your training ground. Every challenge you're facing right now is developing muscles you didn't know you had. Every problem you're solving is expanding your capacity to handle greater responsibilities. Every setback is teaching you resilience that will serve you for the rest of your life. You're not being punished by life. You're being prepared for something greater. I want you to understand something crucial about timing. We live in a world that celebrates instant gratification, quick fixes, and overnight success stories. But the most meaningful transformations happen slowly, often invisibly beneath the surface. A tree doesn't become mighty overnight. Its roots grow deep in the darkness before its branches reach toward the sky. Its strength is built season by season, storm by storm. You are like that tree. Your roots have been growing deeper with every challenge you faced. Your strength has been building with every obstacle you've overcome. Right now, you might feel like you're behind in life.
You look around and see others who seem to have it all figured out, who appear to be racing ahead while you're still trying to find your footing. But comparison is the thief of joy and the enemy of purpose. Your journey is uniquely yours. Your timeline is not their timeline. Your path is not their path. What looks like a delay might actually be divine preparation. What feels like rejection might be protection from something that wasn't meant for you. Consider the eagle for a moment. When an eagle is ready to teach its young to fly, it doesn't gently encourage them to try their wings, it literally stirs up the nest, making it uncomfortable, and then pushes them out. From the ground, it might look cruel. The young eagles fall, tumble, and struggle, but the parent eagle never lets them hit the ground. It swoops down and catches them, then takes them up again. This process continues until the young eagles discover their own ability to soar. Sometimes what feels like your world falling apart is actually life pushing you out of your comfort zone because you were meant to fly. Your struggles have given you a perspective that success alone never could. You understand pain, which makes you capable of incredible compassion. You know what it feels like to have nothing, which means you'll never take abundance for granted. You've walked through darkness, so you can be a light for others who are still trying to find their way. These aren't consolation prizes for a difficult life. These are superpowers that will enable you to impact the world in ways that privileged people never could. There's something remarkable that happens when we shift our perspective from victim to victor. When we stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What is this preparing me for?" Everything changes. The same circumstances that once felt like punishment begin to feel like preparation. The same challenges that once seemed insurmountable become stepping stones to something better. Your current season of struggle is not permanent. Seasons, by definition, are temporary. Winter always gives way to spring. The coldest, darkest nights always yield to dawn. The storm clouds that seem to cover every inch of sky will eventually part, revealing the sun that was always there, just waiting for its moment to shine through. Your breakthrough is coming. Your healing is on its way. Your restoration is closer than you think. But here's what I need you to understand. Your breakthrough isn't just about you. Everything you're learning in this season, every strength you're developing, every piece of wisdom you're gaining, it's all preparation for the impact you're going to have on others. Your story of overcoming will become someone else's roadmap to freedom. Your testimony of transformation will become someone else's catalyst for change. You're not just being prepared for your own blessing, you're being prepared to be a blessing.
Some of you have been waiting for permission to dream again. You've been hurt so many times that you've convinced yourself it's safer to expect nothing than to risk disappointment. But what if I told you that your dreams didn't die in those moments of pain? What if they were just planted deeper, taking root in soil enriched by your tears? What if this season of waiting wasn't about punishment, but about preparation? Your dreams are still alive. They're just waiting for the right season to bloom. The world needs what you have to offer. There are people out there right now who are waiting for someone who understands their pain, someone who can speak hope into their darkness, someone who can show them that transformation is possible. You are that someone. Your journey through difficulty has equipped you to be that person. Your scars have become your credentials. Your story has become your strength. I want you to imagine for a moment what your life could look like if you fully embraced your worth, your potential, and your purpose. Imagine waking up each morning with excitement about what the day might bring, instead of dread about what might go wrong. Imagine facing challenges with confidence instead of fear, knowing that you have everything within you to overcome whatever comes your way. Imagine using your gifts, your experiences, and your passion to make a difference in the world. This isn't fantasy. This is your destiny waiting to unfold. Your past does not disqualify you from your future. The mistakes you've made, the wrong turns you've taken, the times you've fallen short of your own expectations, none of these things define your worth or limit your potential. In fact, these experiences have given you something that can't be taught in any classroom: wisdom born from experience, strength forged in fire, and compassion deepened by personal struggle. Every great story includes moments of apparent defeat before the ultimate victory. Every hero's journey includes a descent into darkness before the triumphant return. You may feel like you're in the darkest part of your story right now, but remember, this is often where the most dramatic transformation occurs. This is where the ordinary person discovers they have extraordinary strength. This is where the broken person realizes they can become a healer. This is where the lost person finds their true purpose. The voice that tells you you're not good enough, smart enough, strong enough, or worthy enough is a liar. That voice doesn't speak for your creator, your destiny, or your future. That voice speaks only from fear, insecurity, and past programming that no longer serves you. It's time to silence that voice and listen to the truth. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You have been equipped with everything you need to fulfill your purpose. You are loved beyond measure and destined for greatness. Change begins with a decision. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, not when circumstances are perfect, but now. Right now, in this moment, you can decide that your story is going to change. You can decide that this chapter of struggle is coming to an end and a new chapter of triumph is beginning. You can decide that you're going to stop waiting for life to happen to you and start making life happen for you. Your transformation doesn't require you to have all the answers. It doesn't require you to see the entire staircase. It only requires you to take the next step, and then the next one, and then the next one. Each step will reveal the next. Each act of courage will build your confidence for the next challenge. each small victory will prepare you for the larger ones to come. The people who love you might not understand your transformation at first. They've grown accustomed to the old version of you, the one that accepted less, expected less, and demanded less from life. When you start rising, when you start growing, when you start claiming the life you deserve, some people might feel uncomfortable. That's okay. Your growth is not about making others comfortable. It's about becoming who you were always meant to be. Forgiveness is not about forgetting what happened or pretending it didn't hurt. Forgiveness is about freeing yourself from the prison of resentment. It's about choosing to stop letting past hurts dictate your future possibilities. When you forgive, whether it's others or yourself, you're not saying what happened was okay. You're saying that you refuse to let it continue to have power over your life. Your healing journey is unique to you. Don't compare your progress to anyone else's. Don't rush the process or try to skip steps. Every stage of healing serves a purpose. Every moment of growth matters. Trust the process even when you can't see where it's leading. Trust that every experience, every lesson, every tear is working together to create something beautiful. There will be moments when doubt creeps in. Moments when you question whether you're on the right path, whether you have what it takes, whether this transformation is real or just another false start. In those moments, remember how far you've already come. Remember the challenges you've already overcome. Remember the strength you've already displayed. You didn't come this far to only come this far. Your future is not a repeat of your past. Your tomorrow is not bound by your yesterday. You have the power to create new patterns, establish new habits, and write new stories. The limiting beliefs that once held you back can be replaced with empowering truths. The fears that once paralyzed you can be transformed into excitement about possibilities. As you step into this new chapter of your life, remember that courage isn't the absence of fear. It's action in the presence of fear. Confidence isn't knowing you'll never fail. It's knowing you'll survive and learn from whatever happens.
Success isn't avoiding all problems. It's developing the skills and resilience to handle whatever life presents. You are not an accident. You are not a mistake. You are not too late, too old, too young, too broken, or too anything to fulfill your purpose. You are exactly who the world needs, exactly when the world needs you. Your time is now. Your moment is here. Your breakthrough is imminent. The sun is rising on a new day in your life. The winter of your discontent is ending, and the spring of your possibilities is beginning. You have everything within you to not just survive, but to thrive. You have everything you need to not just dream, but to achieve. You have everything required to not just hope, but to manifest the life you've always imagined. Let me tell you about the power of perspective. Two people can look at the exact same situation and see completely different realities. One sees a mountain as an insurmountable obstacle. The other sees it as a challenge to overcome and a view to enjoy once they reach the top. One sees rain as an inconvenience. The other sees it as nourishment for growth. The difference isn't in the circumstances. It's in the lens through which they view those circumstances. You have the power to change your lens. You have the ability to shift your perspective. The situation you're in right now can be viewed as evidence that life is against you, or it can be seen as proof that you're being prepared for something greater. The choice is yours, and that choice will determine not just how you feel about your circumstances, but how you respond to them. Consider the story of the butterfly. Before it becomes the beautiful creature that dances through gardens and symbolizes transformation, it must first become something that appears completely helpless. The caterpillar, having eaten and grown as much as it can, wraps itself in a cocoon. From the outside, it appears to be trapped, confined, unable to move or grow. But inside that cocoon, the most remarkable transformation is taking place. The caterpillar's entire being is being reorganized, restructured, and reimagined. When it emerges, it's not just a different version of what it was, it's an entirely new creation, with capabilities it never had before. Perhaps you feel like you're in your cocoon right now. Perhaps you feel trapped, confined, unable to see a way forward. But what if this isn't a prison? What if this is your transformation chamber? What if everything that feels limiting right now is actually the very thing that's reorganizing your life for flight? The journey of transformation is rarely comfortable. Growth happens at the edge of our comfort zone, not in the center of it. Every time you feel stretched, challenged, or pushed beyond what feels safe, you're being invited to expand. You're being called to become more than you currently are. This discomfort is not evidence that you're on the wrong path. It's evidence that you're on the path of growth.
You don't need to have all the answers before you take the first step. You just need the courage to begin, the faith to continue, and the determination to not give up when things get difficult. Your potential is not determined by your past performance. Your future is not limited by your current circumstances. Your destiny is not defined by other people's opinions. You have within you everything you need to create the life you desire. You have creativity, intelligence, resilience, and the ability to learn and grow. These are not small gifts. These are the very tools that every successful person has used to build extraordinary lives. Think about the difference between a thermometer and a thermostat. A thermometer simply reflects the temperature of its environment. It has no power to change anything. It only reacts to what's around it. A thermostat, on the other hand, determines the temperature of its environment. It doesn't just reflect conditions, it creates them. Which one are you? Are you simply reflecting the negativity, fear, and limitation around you? Or are you setting the temperature for possibility, hope, and transformation? You have the power to be a thermostat in your own life and in the lives of others. You can choose to create an atmosphere of possibility wherever you go. You can choose to speak hope into hopeless situations. You can choose to believe in people when they've stopped believing in themselves. This isn't just feel-good philosophy. This is the secret to creating lasting change in the world. Your influence is greater than you realize. Every person you interact with is impacted by your energy, your attitude, and your approach to life. When you choose hope over despair, faith over fear, and love over hate, you're not just changing your own experience, you're contributing to the healing of the world. Your personal transformation becomes a gift to everyone around you. But transformation isn't just about positive thinking. It's about taking consistent action aligned with your values and goals. It's about making choices every day that move you closer to the person you want to become and the life you want to live. Small actions, repeated consistently over time, create massive changes. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. You just need to make slightly better choices today than you made yesterday. The enemy of transformation isn't failure, it's mediocrity. It's the willingness to settle for less than you're capable of. It's the tendency to choose comfort over growth, security over possibility, and the familiar over the unknown. But you weren't created for mediocrity. You weren't designed to simply exist. You were designed to thrive, to contribute, to make a difference. Success leaves clues. Every person who has achieved something meaningful has left a trail of principles, practices, and perspectives that contributed to their success. Study successful people. Learn from their journeys.
You don't need to have all the answers before you take the first step. You just need the courage to begin, the faith to continue, and the determination to not give up when things get difficult. Your potential is not determined by your past performance. Your future is not limited by your current circumstances. Your destiny is not defined by other people's opinions. You have within you everything you need to create the life you desire. You have creativity, intelligence, resilience, and the ability to learn and grow. These are not small gifts. These are the very tools that every successful person has used to build extraordinary lives. Think about the difference between a thermometer and a thermostat. A thermometer simply reflects the temperature of its environment. It has no power to change anything. It only reacts to what's around it. A thermostat, on the other hand, determines the temperature of its environment. It doesn't just reflect conditions, it creates them. Which one are you? Are you simply reflecting the negativity, fear, and limitation around you? Or are you setting the temperature for possibility, hope, and transformation? You have the power to be a thermostat in your own life and in the lives of others. You can choose to create an atmosphere of possibility wherever you go. You can choose to speak hope into hopeless situations. You can choose to believe in people when they've stopped believing in themselves. This isn't just feel-good philosophy. This is the secret to creating lasting change in the world. Your influence is greater than you realize. Every person you interact with is impacted by your energy, your attitude, and your approach to life. When you choose hope over despair, faith over fear, and love over hate, you're not just changing your own experience, you're contributing to the healing of the world. Your personal transformation becomes a gift to everyone around you. But transformation isn't just about positive thinking. It's about taking consistent action aligned with your values and goals. It's about making choices every day that move you closer to the person you want to become and the life you want to live. Small actions, repeated consistently over time, create massive changes. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. You just need to make slightly better choices today than you made yesterday. The enemy of transformation isn't failure, it's mediocrity. It's the willingness to settle for less than you're capable of. It's the tendency to choose comfort over growth, security over possibility, and the familiar over the unknown. But you weren't created for mediocrity. You weren't designed to simply exist. You were designed to thrive, to contribute, to make a difference. Success leaves clues. Every person who has achieved something meaningful has left a trail of principles, practices, and perspectives that contributed to their success. Study successful people. Learn from their journeys.
Many people spend their entire lives waiting for the perfect moment to pursue their dreams, to make changes, to take risks. They wait for fear to disappear, for circumstances to align perfectly, for guarantees that everything will work out. But here's what they don't realize. The perfect moment never comes. Fear never completely disappears. Circumstances are never perfectly aligned. Guarantees don't exist. The only moment you have is this one. The only certainty you have is that waiting for certainty will keep you waiting forever. Your dreams don't have an expiration date. You're never too old to start over, too late to change direction, or too broken to be made whole. History is full of people who achieved their greatest success after their greatest failures, who found their purpose after losing everything, who discovered their strength in their moments of greatest weakness. What separated them from those who gave up wasn't the absence of obstacles, but their refusal to let obstacles have the final word. I want to talk to you about the power of your words. The things you say to yourself matter more than you realize. If you constantly tell yourself you're not good enough, smart enough, or capable enough, you'll act in ways that confirm those beliefs.
But if you start speaking words of possibility, potential, and purpose over your life, you'll begin to act in alignment with those truths. Your words have creative power. They shape your reality more than your circumstances do. Start declaring truth over your life. Declare that you are valuable, that you have purpose, that you are worthy of love and success. Declare that your best days are ahead of you, that breakthrough is coming, that transformation is happening. You might not feel these things yet, but feelings follow faith. As you speak these truths, your heart will begin to believe them, and your actions will begin to align with them. There's something beautiful that happens when you start believing in yourself again. When you stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances and start seeing yourself as the author of your story. When you stop asking, "Why me?" and start asking, "What now?" Everything shifts. Your posture changes. Your energy changes. Your approach to challenges changes. You stop waiting for rescue and start creating solutions. The world is full of people who are waiting for someone to give them permission to live their dreams, to pursue their passions, to become who they're meant to be. They're waiting for a boss to recognize their value, for a partner to validate their worth, for circumstances to align perfectly. But what if I told you that the only permission you need is your own? What if I told you that you have the authority to change your story starting right now? You don't need anyone else's approval to become who you're meant to be. You don't need perfect conditions to start moving toward your goals.